Breaking news coming in at this point of time. Congress leader Sonia Gandhi says they are ready for the fight for the Lokpal bill. When she was asked that they fought for the women reservation bill, she said she's always ready for it. And she's also said the opposition and Team Anna should accept the suggestions of the government. It's coming at a time when the Lokpal crisis has risen to a point when the government is giving certain points here, and she says now they're ready for the Lokpal fight. She's also going ahead and saying that when asked that she'd fought for the women reservation bill, she said she's always ready for it. The opposition and Team Anna are disrupting the parliament proceedings is what the Congress leader now goes ahead and says. It's also coming at a time when the Congress is now acting tough. Let's also listen into the law minister on the entire Congress parliamentary meet that was held today.
देखिए ऐसा है, पहले थे हटा दिया है, नए लाए हैं, लेकिन वो काफी नहीं लाए हैं। ऐसा नहीं है कि हम किसी के डायरेक्शन पर काम करें। हम संवेदनशील हैं। आम जनता के किसी भी समुदाय, किसी भी गुट की ओर से और स्वयंसेवी संस्थाओं की ओर से जो भी प्रस्ताव आए उन पे विचार हुआ है। जो उचित समझे गए हैं उनको हमने रखा है और मैंने बार बार कहा है कि उनके प्रस्ताव के लिए हम सब आभारी हैं कि उनके सहयोग से हमने एक अच्छा बिल बनाया है। अब अगर उसका वो श्रेय नहीं लेना चाहते तो हम उसमें क्या कहें, हम जबरदस्ती तो किसी को श्रेय नहीं दे सकते।
विपक्ष भी हमले कर रहा है, भाजपा ने भी कहा है कि धोखा हुआ है।
भाजपा ने बिल देखा है? भाजपा ने बिल देखा है? बिना बिल देखे धोखा हो गया? बिल आज देख लें, उसके बाद बात करें।
Now the government is talking tough. The Law Minister Salman Khurshid is saying they're making it clear that the government will not run on Anna's directions. It's coming after Sonia Gandhi has also been a part of the cabinet parliamentary committee meet today, Congress meet today, and she says that they are ready for the fight for the Lokpal. She's been asked what would happen for the women's reservation bill which she supported. She said they're always ready for it. She's also made a statement during the CPP meet in the Parliament House where she has said that the Team Manna and the opposition are disrupting the parliament proceedings. For more, let's go across to Chief Political Correspondent Nandita Suneja, who's joining us. Nandita, this is very clearly a major standoff with the government now acting tough and talking tough to Team Anna.
Yes, and as far as the Congress Parliamentary Party is concerned, today what I think the Congress President has tried to reiterate is that this notion of there being a gap between the government and party has to be dispelled, and at least on this issue of Lokpal, the party seems to be backing the government, at least on the face of it, completely. That's why in that meeting, she has called the Lokpal bill a fabulous piece of legislation, says that Team Anna should accept it, and said that the government is also bringing other bills which are going to curb corruption. Having said that, also a very strong statement as she was walking out of the meeting, we managed to speak to the Congress President briefly, where she said that she's always ready for a fight, which obviously indicates that the government as well as the party knows that it has a confrontation ahead of itself when it comes to dealing with Team Anna on the Lokpal issue and also the opposition inside Parliament. So the government has braced itself for a fight. They know that this is all that they can concede in the bill. They've drawn the line and they know that the agitation is going to continue, but the government, backed by the party, is going to have to face it, and they're readying themselves for that.
Nandita, it's also coming at a time when the real test for the Lokpal has now begun. Clearly the government is sticking to its ground. We also heard the Law Minister there saying that they're not going to act on Anna's directions all the time.
Yes, the government's made it clear that this is the final bill that they are ready to work out. They've included the Prime Minister under it. They have not compromised, looking from their point of view, they've not compromised on the CBI issue. They've not conceded on that at all. When it comes to the inclusion of different members that Team Anna was talking about on the selection panel of the Lokpal, some sort of midway, but then again, these are issues that are not going to satisfy Team Anna. And like I said, a standoff is very well expected after the session wraps up, even if the bill is passed. There are concerns within quarters of the government that some parties may actually try to stall the bill and it's not even going to go through Parliament. Nonetheless, if it goes or doesn't go, they know that Team Anna is not going to be satisfied, and that confrontation is very well expected at the end of this month, when Team Anna is planning to go for a 3-day fast starting 27th.
All right, Nandita, thanks for that. Now, the initial reactions from Anna and his aides to the government's Lokpal bill indicate a bumpy road ahead. The fresh bill allows the Lokpal to oversee investigation of cases referred to it by the CBI, but the bill clearly mentions the CBI will continue to be under the government's administrative control. The CBI flashpoint is likely to assure that the government-Anna standoff continues for now.
It's headed towards a showdown with the exclusion of the CBI.
You are creating a body, anti-corruption body, which has no investigating powers. It is the biggest joke that I've heard so far.
The final Lokpal draft says the anti-corruption body can conduct only preliminary inquiries. Also, no power to order suo motu inquiries.
One side of corruption is always the government, and therefore a government-controlled agency investigating corruption of the government creates conflicts of interest, and they are not able to investigate independently.
Though it can refer cases to the CBI for investigation. Only in such cases the CBI will report back.
Lokpal will just receive a complaint and they will have to contract out the investigations to any agency which are in government's control. So practically the government will do the investigations for Lokpal and give it to Lokpal. What kind of honest investigations can you expect? The government's investigations will all be compromised.
With Team Anna sticking to its guns on the inclusion of the CBI and the government not blinking either, fireworks are surely in the offing. Bureau Report.